Wake that up.
LA's #1 hip-hop morning show is Nick Cannon Mornings on Power 106.
Nick Cannon Radio, you know we going all the way up, and it is time for yet another up-close and personal conversation. Yes, close conversations only with people that I admire, that I look up to, fixtures in the game, and this brother is all of the above and so much more. A true king, a true intellectual, from the mud all the way to the top. The one and only. I could just name everything that he does, but truly just this brother's mind is remarkable. A great artist, a great activist. Waka Flocka, what's poppin'?
Nick, what up, man?
What's good, man? How's the current situation of 2020 treating the quarantine? I know you at the crib and everything. How's the family?
Family is beautiful. Shit, quarantine just making you realize how much things in life you gotta get in order.
Facts.
And how many things you're actually paying attention to, wasting time. Because time, our biggest teacher.
Man, come on, man. Talk about it. We're going to get all of them Waka gems in a minute. I know this is going to be a great conversation, man. We talk off camera and offline so much, man, and you've always inspired me. One, not only just how you come from it, you're a real one, but have evolved in such a way to, even as an entrepreneur and a member of your community in a real way, you are taking responsibility and you are holding yourself accountable to really be a leader in different ways, man. Not just, obviously everybody, we protesting and Black Lives Matter is the slogan that everybody's chanting. But one, you've been on your activism for quite some time. And then what I truly love is that now you're taking it to a whole nother level with a suicide prevention campaign. Man, elaborate on that a little bit, my brother.
Yeah, suicide prevention. I get suicide prevention from my little brother. My little brother actually took his own life. And I ain't have the chance to know the reasons why. I got assumptions, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just to see your little brother thinking life should be all good for him, right? Waka Flocka, little brother. What the hell did he got going on?
Right.
But I realized how selfish you could be by not realizing what the people around you and the people you love actually going through, because you never asked.
Right.
You just made assumptions and see how they feel or know how they feel. That's the same as seeing how anybody else around the world. Just because your life is all good in your house and your neighborhood, don't mean your next door neighbor going through the same thing. So when my little brother took his life, man, that shit just, it put me in a mental illness stage. Well, I had I call it the smile bite effect. I was smiling, but really I just wanted to bite everybody around me. Because I was fucked up, man. Like I'm gonna be honest, and that's I shouldn't even try to use the word fucked up. But man, I was fucked up, man. Like I was supposed to smile on camera, but I was supposed to cry in my room, and I was supposed to be tough in the street. So I didn't know which personality I had to give. I had to be a husband. I had to be a rapper, an activist. I had to stand up for a community. I had to have literacy in finance. I have to know how to do real estate. I have to know how to. It's pressure. You know what I'm saying? Unwanted pressure. That's a great thing, but it still leads to depression. It still leads to nervous breakdowns. It still leads to suicidal thoughts. Cause shit, you think I ain't never think about y'all. Sometimes shit gets so hard on you as a celebrity, man. You start thinking like, damn, man, I did everything right.
Right.
How the hell y'all throwing me under the bus? It's like look at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon got the new Mad TV.
Right.
Wild and Out is Mad TV.
Right.
And a musical form.
Right.
So it's like to see a person do all of that work to get chastised for something stupid, like you not supporting the community,
right?
Or you not supporting your family, or you not treating the artist right, or the label,
or whatever
cheating.
The next little thing, the next little scandal they try to pin on us. It definitely gets heavy, man, and that's why I definitely have to salute you and honor you in a real way for your Just People campaign. But even just as a black man to deal with mental health in a real way, because a lot of times we get like, oh, one, we always got to be strong and we don't deal with that, or there's those stereotypes of, oh, black people don't commit suicide, and we hear all these things, but when it affects your family directly, man, I know that has to be such an awakening experience, and for you to share this with the entire world and go through this process, as candidly as you do, I definitely salute it. The What the Flocka, what we got going on with that?
What the Flocka shit? It's like, what the Flocka going on? Like, what's going on in our world?
Is that the new show? Y'all just completed the first season?
Yeah, we wrapping up the last season. You know, coronavirus kind of stopped that.
Yeah,
Now we shoot season 2.
man. That
Moving forward.
we've actually had these conversations before. And I feel like you've changed the conversation a few times, even when I personally talk to you, but about putting yourself out there and putting your personal life out on television and reality TV. I know at times you never think, a big gangster dude like Waka Flocka wouldn't be allowing himself to be so vulnerable. But even going back to what we were discussing with your own family and your amazing relationship with your mom and all that you guys have gone through in the public eye, considering even with your brother, but then even with your wife, and man, like, how do you do it, man? You do it with such poise, but still staying solid, maintain your streetness. Like, how does that happen?
It's similar to my relationship, right? You just it's one thing, man. Two things. You know what you signed up for.
Right.
And for me, shit, I feel like this is what comes with being part of this, and how bad you want it.
Right.
Ain't nothing too heavy if you really want it.
Indeed.
Like I want it, and my want has changed. My want is literacy. I just want to know the right way to do it. Like I just never been a trillionaire kind of kid.
Right.
I just been a kid fighting for comfortability, fighting for love in my family, fighting for the Sunday dinners, fighting for them cracking jokes in your grandmother's backyard moments, that going out with your boys and jumping up and sweating moments. I never was the kid that wanted to be on a yacht. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wanted to be on a double decker jet. I just look for happiness, but my happiness might not, roll over as too happy because I look so gangster, this, that, and the third. Right. But I'm doing what I have to do. I'm not trying to be gangster, look gangster. If you push me, I'm fucking kicking you. And when you hit the ground, I'm going to stomp you out. That's it. You should have never pushed me. It's not about how gangster I am or nothing.
Right.
So with me being a man, nobody told me how to be a man, how to be a father, how to be a businessman, how to be a role model. And I realized being a role model is being mindful of the people that's following you and people that's looking at you.
Right.
And then I noticed that because I got a kid. My daughter actually made me realize that. My daughter was the one that actually told me, like, hey, you need to watch what you're doing.
One thing I think you don't get enough credit for is the intellectual that you are. I mean, there's been...
Hey, man, my credit on cards, man.
I dig
I don't
it,
give a damn, bro.
But even in your business practices, I mean, shoot, why can I put a few dollars in my pocket with some big ideas and kind of, was on the first wave of a lot of this stuff with whether it was social media, but even like health and wellness. We've watched your own personal transformation, man. What is it you feel like? Why don't you think people understand or they have to catch up to what Waka's doing and they be a
because it's one thing, man. I ain't gonna lie, Nick. I don't market it. Motherfuckers out here get new bodies. They're like, yo, look at what X, Y, and Z body. Like, I ain't make my PR do that. I ain't use that for a promotional skill. Like, me being vegan, people actually put that out. Like, they forced me to talk.
Right.
They actually stopped me from being vegan. I'm like, yo, I don't want credit for something I didn't master.
Right.
Like, that's the thing about
powerful word right there.
Shit. We talk about shit we don't master. We're not.
And say that again. I don't want credit for something I didn't master. Wow.
But at all, like I ain't like people was like, yo, big homie Waka, man, help me out with my music career and this, that, and the third. I'm like, when I see them one-on-one, I'm like, yo, honestly, I can't help you, because that's then. Now I can do everything from A to Z. Now I'm comfortable with doing it. I was a part of labels and crews with, man, I didn't know what was going on. We was going to the same person to get our money, and I was, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what led me to know a jack of all trades is a master of nothing.
Talk about it. Man, that again, always dropping gems, and we're going to get into your intellectual mind a little bit later, but right now, we want to still talk about what you're doing as an artist. Now, last time you and I saw each other in person, it was in Atlanta at the studio, and I was like, we was getting ready to go back on tour because you blazed a Wild 'N Out tour for so long. I was like, yo, we getting back out in it? And you was like, man, I'm slowing down on this music thing. And then now you got a new project out. Talk to me.
Yeah, I put a mixtape up. Man, my team did that, man. I did that tape like 2017, 18.
Okay, so it's still same vibes. You still focusing on Waka the man and not really Waka the artist.
Yeah, I wanted to be the artist, but coronavirus hit.
Right.
That shit just threw me out a whole out the mid. But for me, I was just looking for that perfect deal. Yeah. And I think I actually landed what I call it the Jay-Z deal.
Okay.
Like I landed that. Like I actually could I could do some shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Can
I'm
you
about to,
talk about it? Can you share? I mean, I want to hear about the Jay-Z deal.
yeah, that I just said it's a Jay-Z deal. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
People,
sound like ownership and a lot of money.
yeah. See, the money ain't never yo, Nick. Anybody know, bro? Anybody that got money, you're not mad, you're not hating. You don't give a shit about money no more. You care about watching it grow. How can I make this money cycle? And that's why I call it the Jay-Z deal, because I found out this deal was the missing tool to make my money cycle.
Wow.
And that was like the most powerful part.
Man, that's heavy right there. And then the fact that, again, I got to circle back and say, you're not about the money. You're not about the stardom, but you truly are about the people. So we got to talk about what's going on right now, Wack. Like in 2020, we've never experienced a year like this. And the fact that you're so focused on mental health and the Just People campaign. But when we got people, in the streets getting, ransacked by law enforcement, people trying to peacefully protest and, watching their lives be taken away from them in modern day lynching. What's going on in 2020, man?
2020, we living through this is our first time realizing it, because it's our first time being alive. But we've been seeing this shit for generations. Just go back to the 1800s. This is not just slavery. For me, I sit back and like, where do I fit in this? Do I fit on the front line? Do I fit in them boardrooms? Do I fit with the man delegating the money? What do I fit at? And I've been doing the frontline stuff. I think right now I fit where the solution reside at. What's the solution? What could I tell people? Stop looting? That's frustration. That's anger. That's people confused, don't know what's next. So of course that's the only result.
Right.
Act out. For me, man, cops is wrong, man.
I mean, we know that.
Like a police officer is supposed to be compared to Superman, right?
Right.
And when you look like the Joker, it's obviously you're the villain. For me, that's what I say. But where I stand in all this, man, I like the Black Lives Matter, but it's kind of cliche saying Black Lives Matter when we know our life matter. It should be Black Pride Matter. Because let's be prideful to be Black. Like, and that goes. It's like a melody with it. Okay, Black Pride. What's Black Pride? Hey, we started electricity. Hey, we put this on it. Hey, it wouldn't be this if it wasn't for us. Hey, that's pride. Now
we built this country. Let's start there. Yeah. The country that you love so much wouldn't be the country if it wasn't built on the backs of slaves.
Yeah, and now we starting to see the Mexican community build the country and watching us pay for what they built. So it's becoming a double-edged sword for us. For me, I got to meet a sister named Markeisha, and to me, she was so dope because I was watching like random companies that I actually was trying to start the idea, and then I just started seeing random companies pop up, and then I seen this one company named Blocal. Blocal stands for Black Local Business Search, and it's an app that you could click in. You could be any state, any city, and we're moving towards countries to where you could pull it up. And it's all Black-owned.
You can see all the Black-owned restaurants, all of the Black-owned facilities that we like, hair care products, hair salon. Man, that's needed. Yes. Every city I go to, I'll be like, yo,
plumbers,
that's dope.
Web designers.
So it's like an online Black Wall Street.
Literally, but it's in the app, it's on a website, and it's damn near. It's about to be we're gonna be a Fortune 500 company very soon. It's not for us to single out any other culture, but the fact that anybody could ever feel like we singling you out when our problem is we're not working together, how dare you? Let us work together, and when we get each other right, then we can figure it out. But we know customer service. A Black person know how to care for a Black person. A Black cop knows a Black neighborhood, so it should be a Black cop. Should be majority Black cops.
Right.
And same as the
called
Hispanic
autonomy, man. We gotta have autonomous neighborhoods and autonomous communities where we could take care of our own.
That's it, as well as everything else, man. So I think I want to start with Black Local Business Search. Self-explanatory, man. We want people to get on this site and just mess with who you want to mess with. We want people Black in a grocery store because we know we ain't gonna get our check to goddamn Tuesday, and this Thursday you gonna put a tab up because you know Grandma Millie already cool with that.
She good for it.
So it's that kind of vibe, man. I'm on that vibe. And there's some good cops out here, but you definitely not a good cop being quiet and watching somebody put a knee in somebody's neck or punching a little girl ribs or choking a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
Of course, that's crazy.
And even that concept, that goes all the way back to like what Malcolm X or Muhammad Ali said. It was like, yo, if I see 10,000 rattlesnakes coming down the hill and somebody says, well, 100 of those rattlesnakes are good, you still gonna close your motherfucking door when them rattlesnakes coming. Yeah. You still gonna protect yourself because them 100 rattlesnakes ain't gonna stop them 10,000 rattlesnakes. And at the end of the day, they still fucking rattlesnakes.
Snakes, I'm trying to tell you. It's a big problem. And last but not least, yo, two things. If anybody talking about donating anything to the Black community, don't give it to no motherfucking movement, no cause, no celebrities. Give it to our Black banks. If you want to donate anything to any community, this is me talking to whoever cut
Open an account in the Black bank.
Give it to the Black bank. No one knows our finance better than our Black banks in our community. Give it to them first.
Right.
And then go on with your plans. Other than that, it makes no sense. It makes zero sense.
Yeah. And financial literacy within our community is something that's needed as well. I mean, when we talk the structural issues and how we can shift a lot of this, and, you know, there's a lot of campaigns, especially because it's an election year, so people are latching on to deform law enforcement and defund and all of these terms that people are coming up with. But ultimately is find the resources within our community that we actually need and hold these government institutions accountable and then get the money to the community, whether it's through the banking systems or directly to the people, with making sure that our communities have the ability to buy homes and buy land.
That's it. And how dare you come to a community of people and like, hey, what do y'all want? Motherfucker, what you mean, what do we want? You know exactly what we want. The fact that you actually
what we owed.
You trying to bargain.
You're right.
It's like you trying to bargain and get blessed. That's basically what it is.
That's what
it's
is.
Like, what do you want? You know what I want.
Like, you know it's all a shell game and a popularity contest.
That's it.
And you know what? I love being able to have conversations with brothers like yourself who can speak in an educated manner, but at the same time, you can still talk directly to your community and feel like you are there. You talk about being on the front lines, and it's not just because it's the right thing to do or the right picture to take or the right moment to post about. You really about this and have shown to be about this, and even to step into fields that people are afraid to step into, like what you're doing with mental health. And we salute that, and we give you your flowers right now while you need them. But while we give you your flowers, I got to put you in the hot seat as well, and I know you can handle this. Philosophical, psychological, fun questions all in all. We getting into the mind of Waka Flocka. Now, you can answer these rapidly, or you can take your time. There's no right or wrong way. It's just a straight mind evaluation. We always started off with this one to break the ice. We talk love and fear. Now, it's a psychological study that's shown that love and fear are two principles that stem from the same place. There's only two emotions, and all other emotions come from those two. And
I disagree.
See, you may disagree. Nico Machiavelli, the Italian philosopher, said that if you can't be loved, you might as well be feared. Fear is the safest thing to be. But if you disagree, love or fear, if you only had to choose your perspective, your energy that you operated in, since we've seen you on both aspects, which one is better for Waka Flocka?
Love.
So, but tell me why you disagree that there's only two emotions, love and fear.
No, I can't say I disagree. I'm saying in my life, I don't agree with that. For me, we talk about me.
Right,
but in general, hindsight, it's always one or two. Yeah. But for me, it was always love. The shit niggas thought they feared about me, they loved me for it.
Yeah, that is true. That's real talk.
So for me, love got me where I'm at today. Like and this shit sounds lame as hell, but I'm dead ass serious. I've been like this since a jit. Every time something happened to me, wrongly, I always ask, damn, what would love do? And it's the realest answer ever. Not what would fear. Fear is to be controlled. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Come on. Yeah.
You can't. A person with fear is a person with no literacy. You only fearing shit you don't understand or know about.
Come on now.
That's it. So fear don't exist. Like, for me, love, though, that shit powerful.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Waka Flocka says fear doesn't exist, but if we had to, and maybe this you answer this the way you want to answer it. Is Waka Flocka scared of anything? What are you fearful of? Even though we know fear
Oh yeah,
doesn't
I'm
exist.
scared. I'm scared of a lot of things. See, to be scared and to be fearful is two different things.
Okay.
See, to be scared is the not. It's similar to fear, but it's the not knowing. It's like the fear of bungee jumping because you don't know if it'll pop. It's crazy. It's like the fear of jumping in the ocean because you think of. You see, that's fear.
Right.
Or it could be a scared moment until you do it.
Okay.
It's like, oh, it's done.
All right.
It's similar to fear. You know what I'm saying? But to me, to be scared, I'm scared of a lot of things. But shit, I ain't got no fear.
I was thinking,
yeah.
you're a big gangster. I was like, what is going frighten Waka Flocka?
Oh, nah, to be honest, what frightens me, man, is people to take me for something that I'm not.
Fakeness. I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like people making assumptions. Like I hear so much shit about me. Like
Right.
like this tedious things like my music career. And I just let shit linger. You know what I'm saying? But they get a time you be like, damn, I don't like that because then y'all could take this and twist this and run with it and it's not right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
Shit. I got a lot of things. Hell,
I'm saying that's heavy. You took it heavy. We're gonna lighten it up real quick. Waka Flocka's favorite movie.
My favorite movie? It was Don't Be a Menace.
Oh, classic. Wayne's Brothers. Super classic.
You know my Menace to Society, I mean. Excuse me.
Oh, dang. I thought I was both of them are good. One was a spoof of the other, but Menace is definitely that one. Hughes Brothers.
Menace to Society.
From the Wayne's Brothers to the Hughes Brothers.
Yeah. Menace to Society showed me like you could be Kane or you could be Old Dog or you could be the older guys that manipulate you. It showed you your life, hood politics in one movie. Yeah. And it showed you no matter how good you could be, you could always get pulled in with the bad people, even though you know it's wrong.
Facts.
And you use a woman to get you out of it. And look how life caught up with you. So they let me know, man, you can't have one foot in, one foot out.
That's real.
When you realize you need to change, you know what right from wrong, you need to change and go right.
Wisdom right there.
That was a good one.
Best piece of advice Waka Flocka has ever received.
Best piece of advice I ever received? You never too rich, you never too smart to tell a person you don't know.
There it is. Worst piece of advice Waka Flocka has ever received.
Somebody told me I need an accountant.
You said that wasn't good advice.
Because they should have told me I needed a tax attorney. Accountant is useless to a rapper. Because we live past they knowing.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
We need tax attorneys, we need tax strategists. And then a tax attorney and tax strategist is a financial advisor, basically. So if you want somebody to advise you on financing, then you need to be able to touch that kind of money and not assume that's what the money can do.
Wow. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it. Waka Flocka's greatest accomplishment.
My greatest accomplishment? Picking up a book and reading it.
Wow. Waka Flocka's biggest mistake.
My biggest mistake is lying to the people I love when they ask me, yo, Wack, I need this done. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can do it. But I was, again, the fear. I was had a fear for them on making a mistake and knowing they're not in a position to correct it because they didn't have the capital to do it. I mean, truth be told, I actually was just paralyzing them. I should have let them do it on their own. So trying to comfort people and save them, I actually crippled them. That was my biggest mistake.
Wow. Waka Flocka's most prized possession. Something that you
my
own.
My most prized possession? My thoughts.
There you go. I ain't mad at you. Waka Flocka's favorite cuss word.
Fuck. Got me fucked up, man. That's my favorite.
I heard that. Waka Flocka's guilty pleasure.
My guilty pleasure, video games and cartoons.
I heard that. Now you're
and
on
Lifetime.
You're on an island. You can only take 3 things to this island. What you taking?
French fries. My wife. and some motherfucking video games.
There it is. we see what's important to Waka. If there's only one album that you can listen to for the rest of your life, what's that album?
The best of the '90s R&B.
Okay, all right. Slow jam, 90s vibes. I'm with it. Now, first or worst job? What's Waka's first or Waka's worst job?
Oh boy, my first job was Burger King.
Yo, Waka Flocka was flipping burgers at Burger King.
Yeah. I worked at Burger King when the Tender Crisp sandwich first came out.
Oh shit.
I'll never forget that shit. I made that motherfucker every way you could make it.
And then being a vegan, that like now, like, but knowing you was actually flipping the burgers at Burger King.
Yeah, that motherfucker's good.
You can't even front.
Burger King got some fire. They had good chili too. Burger King got the most best chili out of all fast food.
I used to fuck with Burger King's onion rings and the Whopper. I was all day, like every day after school.
What about the French toast sticks?
Oh yeah, real talk.
Classics. My worst job was in between. I used to work at a pizzeria called Rocky's Brick Oven. God bless Rocky. He's an Italian friend to our family. Good fucking guy. He actually taught me the strength in your friends and employees that work at the job. I used to be a dish boy.
Word.
But I worked at a frozen factory that, you know, like the bags that the garden vegetables come in that say garden.
Yeah.
I worked in that factory. It was a frozen factory.
Oh,
and
shit.
They used to have water. They had water sprayed out there, motherfucker. I was cold. Man, I was so goddamn
every
cold.
day you had to be fucking freezing.
I was on probation too. My probation officer was like, I'm gonna call the job and make sure you went to work. But thank God for my probation officer though, because I worked there 6 months. Like, that was a good one. I couldn't take that.
There it is. All right, we got to go here. We got to talk music for a second. Waka Flocka's top 5. Now I give you the option. You can give me your top 5 MCs, or you can give me the top 5 artists that influence you.
My top 5 artists that influenced me. This is no order. Definitely Nas. Definitely DMX. Definitely Pac.
All right. Them 3 solid.
And I'll say from like the KRS-One to Big Daddy Kane's to Cool G Raps to Slick Ricks to LLs to the Violator era of music.
Yeah, like people don't give LL the credit that he's supposed to get, man.
Shit.
Like he created the term GOAT.
Oh, of course. I was with him. He was with my Uncle Ben. He did it greatest of all time. I remember my uncle asking like, yo, L about to do his shit like this. I'm a kid. But I think it's those rappers and that era all the way up to 2005 in Atlanta era. Like that shit impact me, man. Like, but definitely Nas, Pac. I just got 3. I say Nas. I can't say that. I got 5. Nas, Pac, Big L, DMX, and the LL.
Wow, that's a heavy top 5 right there. And we talking legacy. You've clearly turned yourself into an icon when it comes to hip hop, man. We always in the evaluation this way. When it's all said and done, you've built quite the legacy and you're still on your journey. But what's going to be the one word that describes Waka Flocka?
Real motherfucker.
There you have it right there. My brother, going all the way up. This has been an amazing conversation with the one and only, the real motherfucker, Waka Flocka out here. Man, we appreciate you, King.
All right, boy. Peace.